All right. Hello, everybody. May 11th, Courage to Change. I spend more time with myself than anyone else. Wouldn't it make sense to put some energy into making that relationship as fulfilling as possible? Another person cannot prevent me from feeling lonely, but my inner emptiness can be satisfied. I can come to value my own company. I am a worthwhile companion. One of the illusions shared by many of us who have been affected by alcoholism that only another person, usually the alcoholic, can fill that empty place within us. If only he were more attentive, if only she got sober, if only they were with me now, I wouldn't be lonely. But many of us just remain just as lonely even after those conditions are met. Today, when I'm by myself, I will know that I am in good company. When I stop expecting others to meet all of my needs, I find new and exciting ways to enjoy my own friendship. And when I do get lonely, I have comfort and support of a higher power who never leaves me. Today's reminder. Today I will spend some time exploring the most intimate human relationship I'll ever have, my relationship with myself. So I like this reading a lot. That's one of the reasons I do this, and I try to help families of alcoholics, is because a lot of people think if only my loved one would get sober, everything will be fine, right? If only my loved one got well, if only they went to treatment, if only they did this. And you know what? Sometimes the loved one does, and the family member feels worse. And then they really don't get it. Like, how could I feel worse? I thought that if this happened, this would be the best thing in my life. But they still aren't getting those needs met because now the person's even more independent because they're sober, right? So I understand developing this relationship. I've had to do this myself. And I've done it. I've done a lot of tricky little things that I've learned along the way to create a better relationship with myself. I really like to be by myself. That's not a hard reach for me anymore because I've tried to be nice to myself. I've been able to be nice to myself after I did the steps, because when I did the steps, I got to really be honest with myself, like my character defects and my character assets, right? Who am I? And just accept that, I'm a human being. I've made mistakes and I've done good things, right? And I've learned, and it's all of it, even the mistakes, has given me an experience that is now valuable to other people. So I've been able to grow through that and go, okay, this is a human experience. This is not about right and wrong or good or bad. This is about moving forward one day at a time. I'm not that great today, but I'm better than I was yesterday. That's kind of my slogan. I make mistakes and I'm not the best, but I've learned to be gentle with myself. Also, like I've mentioned in these readings before, is what really changed my mind about this and made me willing is when I hit that wall and I had that breakdown. You can only beat yourself up so much. You can only drive yourself into trying to make up for the past or whatever it is that's driving you. You can only do that so long until you get sick or you hit a wall. And I don't want that to happen to you. After that happened, I realized I was going to treat myself better. Like no one's coming to save me, right? I've got to love maybe no one's coming to love me. I mean, I know that people in the program love me, but really I have to love me, right? And to do that, I've done some little silly things. Like I will buy gifts for, one thing is I buy flowers. Those of you that follow me know I buy flowers. I go to Trader Joe's. They're very cost effective there. Not cheap, cost effective. I love that. It's all how you paint the picture. But I buy flowers and I buy them for myself. I went for years and years and years being upset because no one I was in a relationship bought me flowers. I was like always upset. Why don't you? I love flowers. It's so simple. What a simple way to tell me that you love me and or you care. Or just here, these were in the aisle at the grocery store. Throw them at me. I don't care. Give me some freaking flowers. So I started buying flowers. I buy flowers all the time, and I buy them for me. And even if I buy them for someone else, I buy some for me. And when I worked at the treatment center, I bought flowers and I put them on my desk, and I put some out by my receptionist, in the waiting room outside my office. And I kept fresh flowers at work all the time. And one of the girls, after that treatment center sold, one of the girls that worked for me sent me a picture, and there were flowers that she keeps in her house, and then she keeps in the restaurant she runs. She puts them on the front desk, and she said, "I learned this from you. There is nothing better than my weekly visit to buy flowers," right? And that was one of the first thing I started doing was that. And then I take myself to lunch or to dinner someplace that I like, that I want to go, and I'll take a book or whatever I need to work on, and I eat a lovely dinner, or a breakfast. Breakfasts are really my favorite thing, to go have breakfast in the morning with a great cup of coffee at a little bistro somewhere. And then now I talk to myself different. The self-talk I do is different. If I'm driving, yesterday I was driving I was doing errands, and I got really hungry. It was like time to eat. And I said to myself, "Okay, honey, what do you want to eat today?" I know that sounds silly, but I call myself sweetie or honey, the things that I call like the people that I love the most in my life. My niece and her kids, my daughter. I call them sweetie and honey, and I tell them I love them. And so I asked myself yesterday, "Okay, honey, what do you want for lunch? What do you want for lunch? What do you want me to get you for lunch?" Just kind of that, you're a good person. I love you. You're trying your best. You've been through a lot, And the other day, can you see this hummingbird flying around behind me? Oh my God, that's a sign of God. I feel really great. If he comes over here again, I really do believe hummingbirds are like a symbol of God. So he's flying around me right now. So this is pretty special. He does this a lot when I get on the camera. Maybe he's just a camera hog. It's really pretty. They do scare me though when they get up close, so because they sound like helicopters. So if I dip out of the camera, you'll know why. I'm getting dive bombed. But anyway, that's kind of my thing about being nice to myself. But I really think that the women in Al-Anon have really taught me that, and men, how to just be nice and love people. We come from such a beat up situation. It's a new concept for a lot of us to treat ourselves, to get our nails done. We only do it if we're taking someone with us. Things like that. It's time to start switching your thinking and look at the good things about you. Love yourself. Have a great day. Bye.